All right, everyone. Thousands of people in the UK and probably some tens of thousands around the world the other day marched for Tommy Robinson and held gatherings. Wilders was speaking. I believe that was the London gathering specifically. Although it may not have been London. You know, all the cities look the same in Europe, so I'm just joking. Thousands of people were marching. Now, by and large, these were peaceful rallies. So what did the BBC and all these others fixate on? What were their headlines the subsequent day? Several people arrested, 5 police officers injured, and basically a riot, which is like totally pointless. And in order to project this false reality onto people, of course, they have to block footage of the actual movement itself at these rallies, which were by and large completely peaceful. So they've been putting it on like limited state or blocking it within the UK. I shit you not. I saw a video. There was one this morning that was posted. And it's in limited state, and apparently, I posted, people in the UK are showing me, oh, it's not even available in this country or domain. So basically, the British government is actively attempting to cover any coverage of the Tommy Robinson gatherings, cover it up so that their people have a sanitized reality in which neoliberalism is good, Tommy Robinson is an evil Nazi who has totally not been mistreated, and these poor police officers were attacked by Nazi thugs, basically. You know, the same police officers who may have very well played a role in covering up one of these so-called grooming gangs. I don't think it's grooming, I think it's something else, but the UK's government is very PC. It's like when they talk about Asian crime, Asian street crime, and it's all very funny, and it's rather cloying and politically correct. In fact, political correctness is rarely correct, so we'll just put that out there. But yeah, they were focusing on specifically a few acts of violence. I assume someone had too many ales. They had one too many before, and then they got a little bit too, hyped up, and then they went and punched somebody or, whatever. They charged the cops, I guess. And so that's a big, huge problem, even though, 10,000 other people were protesting just fine. All they did was listen to Wilders and some of these others speak, and they just sort of stood around and said, yeah, hail England and stuff like that. But that's evil and bigoted and despicable. Look at this group of Nazis. I'm surprised that the BBC's headline wasn't 10,000 Nazis descend on London or something like to protest our tolerant, diverse, glowing, glorious, multicultural, ethnically heterogeneous society. I'm very surprised that wasn't their headline. But I thought it was very, very funny. And then the blocking of information. This is one more step towards tyranny for the UK. The fact that the government there is blatantly and obviously instructing tech firms to cover up that material from their own population to keep them unaware of what's actually going on in their own fucking country is literally an extension of the same complaint made against them with regards to the same gangs, the same behavior that Tommy Robinson himself was trying to cover at the time he was arrested. And like I said, under other circumstances, he would not have been arrested. He would have been moved to the other side of the sidewalk, or he would have been brought in, detained, and then released, or something like that. He would not be in prison, especially not for the inordinate length of time that they're trying to put him in for, and probably in hopes that he gets shanked while he's in there. Probably they'll try to poison him or something like that, probably, to get him off the streets so that they don't have to deal with him telling the truth anymore. What they've done, though, is they've created their own worst nightmare, which is that they've made Tommy Robinson, number one, a martyr for people that are well outside of like the EDL, people who have nothing in common with any variant of nativism or nationalism a la his beliefs. Like, for instance, Tommy Robinson is labeled an Islamophobe. Why? Because he criticizes Islam. He happens to feel that it's incompatible with the legal system and cultural substructures of his own country. For that, he gets called a horrible, intolerant bigot. Now, that's clearly not true. You can dislike Islam on the token that it's an organized religion, like I happen to. I do the same thing for Christianity, Judaism, and any other, because it's an organized religion, and I happen to feel that they generally are parasitic on the human race. But that doesn't make you an Islamophobe. But if the question is Islam specifically on a cultural level, because that's the dominant religion that happens to be entering your culture, yeah, you're probably going to sound Islamophobic by default, because it's the one you happen to be talking about frequently. So yeah, Tommy Robinson is not, as far as I know, a bigot. I have no problem with him. He shouldn't be in prison. The UK's government is swirling down a toilet. Look, literally, they're doing exactly the wrong thing, specifically with the footage of Tommy Robinson protests or speeches online, trying to cover it up. That's exactly what you were trying to do with the rape gangs that he was trying to cover, which caused the whole problem to begin with. It's the British government's and police's fault. They're the ones at fault. But in the UK, you can get arrested for making a tweet about how stupid your police are. You can't even criticize your government without being at least fined at this point. Don't you think that's something worth protesting? Look, if it were happening here, there'd be a lot more than a few thousand people protesting, let me tell you. It'd be more like a few million people at this point. I think probably there were as many Americans protesting at UK embassies dotted around the country than were protesting in London. Isn't that a little bit surreal? I'm surprised that they could find several thousand people willing to risk getting arrested by going to hear Wilders speak. I'm surprised they let him in the country in the first place. Look, they didn't let Lauren Southern in under a terrorism doctrine, of all things. Yes, I'm sure she's gone completely mad. She's going to do horrible acts of violence. This is perfectly common sense, people. We shouldn't have to keep having this conversation. It's so dumb. Tommy Robinson shouldn't be in prison. He should be in your parliament. He should be electing him to some office. He should replace the Queen or something. Why don't you give him Sadiq Khan's job? It's not like Sadiq Khan can do anything right. Yeah, why don't you make him mayor of London? It'd probably be a better London very quickly. It'd probably be fewer stabbing attacks, that's for sure. That's about all. Peace out.